My boyfriend calls me vain, so today I'm using that to my advantage and turning that into free education. I'm gonna show you exactly how I went from this to this. And before anyone says anything, no, this video is not about being insecure. This is about becoming intentional. I am sharing every single thing I did to become my hottest self, affordable tips, high-end treatment, at-home treatment, things that actually work. We are not gatekeeping. And listen, I was a broke college student too, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like everything I'm doing is affordable and that you need to spend thousands of dollars to look good. We're starting with the basics and we're gonna build on that routine. Hygiene is undoubtedly the most important tip. Firstly, in the shower, you need an unscented Dove body bar. Your feminine area is the most sensitive part of your body, and the pH is so fragile. Especially when you get older, you become more prone to yeast infections and UTIs. Those are awful and they can reoccur, so we're trying to cut them out from our lives. I know a lot of people talk about using these harsh soaps in the shower, these antimicrobial soaps. Personally, I think if you have a loofah and you double cleanse and shower daily, I don't think we need to be going to those extremes that are just going to cause our skin to be extremely dry and flaky. Avoid any feminine wash. Just wash with lots of water and soap on the outside. Being hairless on your legs and underarms, oh my god, it is the best feeling. But ingrowns are not. Personally, I shave over waxing. I get the least amount of irritation when I shave. In the shower, hot water. Throw any shaving foam out the window. I swear, if you guys are using shaving foam from Dollarama, I'm gonna get mad. You can just skip out this video because you're not ready to listen to my tip. You need a shaving gel or oil. This creates slip. When you are shaving, you need slip. Otherwise, you're just shaving on dry, wet skin. These are my favorite. I love the Bush Balm. Bush Balm is great if you like to, you know, shave your bush. Bush Balm is literally just made for your feminine area. But literally on my entire body, I use the Tree Hut shaving oil in vanilla. This, amazing. I have repurchased this so many times, and now Tree Hut is finally in Canada, so you don't have to go to the States and go to Target. You can just go to Shoppers Drug Mart. I recently started laser hair removal, but we'll get into that in the treatment section of the video. So many people forget about the after shaving routine. If you don't do these steps, you will get hyperpigmentation on your bikini lines, underarms, and ladies, it is easier to prevent than to treat. After shaving, especially like your underarm, that skin gets irritated, and irritation causes inflammation, which causes your skin to produce that extra pigment. That's why you get those stubborn dark spots. Kojic acid helps because it is a thiocyanase inhibitor. Not to get all sciencey for you guys, but I'm going to give you the facts, meaning it helps slow down the enzyme involved in that melanin production. It is not bleaching your skin, it's just help fading those spots. And if you're prone to strawberry legs like me, it helps brighten your follicles and dark spots. But kojic acid doesn't remove those ingrown hairs. This is specifically targeted towards dark spots. That's why it's so important to use products like lactic acid, glycolic acid, and salicylic acid, because those are chemical exfoliants. They remove dead skin, allowing that hair not to be trapped underneath, which is literally what causes ingrown. But after shaving, you really want to calm the skin, so products like 100% natural aloe, colloidal oatmeal, and ceramides, those are so good, and you will heal your skin. Moving on to body moisturizing and body glow. Start moisturizing your body like it is your face. Why are we not treating our body with the same kindness and love? My biggest tip is layering. Don't just throw oil on your dry skin and expect it to moisturize. Oil is amazing for glow, but lotion is what actually makes your skin hydrated. So after my shower, while my skin is still kind of humid, a little bit wet, I'll go in with a body lotion. Then you layer the body oil on top, because that's going to seal in that hydration and prevent the moisture from escaping. And if you want to smell like vanilla all day, like me, you have to layer your scent. Use a vanilla body wash, then a vanilla body lotion, then a vanilla body oil, then a vanilla body mist, and a vanilla body perfume. But if you want my entire warm gourmand vanilla body routine, comment down below, because I would be so happy to make that video for you guys. One body oil I will always recommend is the Vaseline body gel oil. It's affordable, makes your skin so glowy. I think it's even featured in this year's swim week, and it layers really nicely with warm vanilla because it has that cocoa shea butter scent. Another body care product I'm literally obsessed with is the Lush Turmeric Latte Massage Bar. It melts into your skin like an oil, and I like using it after lotion, but I'm telling you, you're gonna get the most insane body glow. Our next beauty maxing tip is face maintenance. I personally do not wax my face. I know some people love it, but for me, it causes insane amount of irritation. I'd rather pluck or thread any facial hair, which I usually get on my eyebrows and my upper lip. And for skincare, one thing that I think everybody should do is to implement a retinol. Retinol is one of those facial ingredients that actually does something long term. It helps with texture, fines lines, wrinkles, pores. But I don't believe in doing the same intense routine every single day. I like to rotate my products throughout the week. Instead of having a strict daily routine, I have a weekly routine. One night can be retinol, one night might be exfoliation, and one night will be barrier repair, because you need to repair your skin barrier. Otherwise, This is literally useless. And this way, you're literally getting all the benefits in the week without destroying your skin. I also love vitamin C in the morning, babes, because this is what's gonna brighten your skin. And azelaic acid is amazing if you have redness or a history of rosacea. And right now, I am obsessed with PDRN. It is one of the most popular skincare ingredients on the market right now, especially in Korean skincare. It's known for skin repair, hydration, glow, and really just making your skin look juicy and plump. Specifically, I've been loving a PDRN mask. I'll do this PDRN peeling mask once a week, usually on like my Sunday reset routine. And literally, it is one of the reasons why people tell me I have porcelain looking skin. I'm not even trying to be dramatic. Our next beauty maxing category is at-home treatments. This is where I feel like the maintenance really matters. I am high maintenance. I know that. So I do these high maintenance routines at home to keep myself low maintenance on the everyday basis. First thing is red light therapy. This is not a scam. I use red light therapy on my face and my scalp. For my face, I have the Current Body one. I also love the Shark Beauty one. Both are amazing. I honestly use both. The reason red light therapy is so popular is because it's used to stimulate activity in the cells of your skin. It's not like a peel or an exfoliant. It's more of a slow, consistent treatment that you're going to see over like 3 months. You're not going to see it instantly. Red light is thought to support collagen, calm inflammation, and help with overall skin repair. Like I always use it, especially when I have a breakout or pimple. It really just speeds it up. The Shark Beauty mask has cooling under eyes, which I love because you get an instant gratification. So like in the morning, sometimes when I literally just get out of bed, I throw the Shark one on and it instantly depuffs my eyes and makes me feel more awake. Red light therapy on the scalp is also equally important. A lot of people focus on the ends of their hair and we kind of neglect our scalp care, but that's literally the most important because your hair is growing from your scalp. Next, we're going to do our at-home gel nails, and please don't look at my nails. I am desperate. I was going to redo them today, but I prioritized you guys and I filmed this video. This will save you so much money because how did we get roped into spending $140 bi-weekly? $100 on our nails bi-weekly. I'm not falling into that trap. This is personal. If you're gonna get offended, skip out of this video, but I feel like our nails don't need to be dramatic, especially if it's gonna help us save money. I personally prefer shorter nails, and maybe that's just because I'm a nurse and I work in healthcare, but I love a sheer pink or like a milky white pink, like the Hailey Bieber bubble bath. They look clean, feminine, and effortless. Even through the grow out phase, they're still looking good. With dark colors or bright colors, the second your nails grow out, it does become obvious. So you literally just bypass that by doing like a sheer pink shellac. And if you calculate your at-home gel nails per cost, like the lamp is like $20 and the nail polish is like $20, and then it literally lasts you a lifetime. And so you're literally paying probably like $2 to do your nails at home. But I cannot talk about our nails without mentioning cuticle oil. Cuticle oil makes such a difference, especially when you're doing them at home, because obviously we're not professionals. We don't really know how to clean our cuticles, but when you're applying an oil, which is super moisturizing, your cuticles like suck it up and they don't look dry and white and crusty anymore. They just look moisturized. I can't mention cuticle oil without mentioning the L'Occitane cuticle oil because it's the only cuticle oil I'll use. Pedicures. Oh my God, I love pedicures. I love a good pedicure. You will never find me without my toes painted. My boyfriend actually got me this at-home pedicure bowl for Christmas because he knows I love pedicures and I love it. It makes it so easy to soak your feet, soften the skin, and I turn it into a little self-care routine. It's like the perfect little height to chair ratio to actually paint your nails. But after soaking, a must-have that I literally do bi-weekly is I go in with an electric buffer. I don't know if it's because I shower so much, if I walk a lot, like I'm on my feet literally all day, but I have so much dry skin on like the heels of my feet. So I use an electric buffer to remove the dry skin, which literally leaves your skin feeling baby soft. And with summer coming, it's literally sandal season. I don't want to see your feet looking crusty. And then I like to lock everything in with a really thick cream or a special foot cream. I really love this Nivea body cream. It's like super thick and honestly it repairs my skin really quickly. My last at-home beauty maxing treatment is hair glossing. You probably heard the tone, a gloss on a tone. Let's go gloss my hair. I've seen it all over TikTok, but you can do this treatment way cheaper at home. And I'm going to tell you my secret tip. There are a lot of websites that actually sell salon quality hair products, literally products that you need a hair license for, which we don't have. We're like the everyday person. Obviously, you need to be careful with what you're using, but if you do your research, you can get really pretty results at home. I personally love the Schwarzkopf color collection because their shade range is impeccable, especially if you love a brunette, a mahogany, a burgundy, which is literally what I have right now. They sell a low volume activator, which is like a 6 volume, which is really, really low. It's not going to lift the color of your hair. It's just going to do a light deposit. And they have a clear neutral. You can refresh your color with a little bit of the demi vibrance, a little bit of the low activator, and a little bit of the clear gloss, which literally is what a gloss and tone is in the salon. And because I have grays, unfortunately, I know I'm only 22, but I got gray hairs. I like to do this while I'm doing actual color on my roots. Now moving into actual treatments. I want to give a little bit of a disclaimer before I talk about this. These treatments do cost cost more money. I do not think you need to be doing all of this when you're super young or if you don't have a full-time job. Beauty maxing should not put you in debt. It's literally just something that makes us women feel good. The basics are always going to come first. Your skincare, body care, hair care. The treatments are just little touch-ups, little add-ons, like the cherry on top. So if you're younger, you're in school, you're not making full-time money yet, I honestly recommend saving your money. Do not put it towards these treatments. And this is going to be a safe space. If you want to come at me for any of these beauty treatments, you're going to be blocked. You're going to be blocked. The first thing we're going to talk about is lip filler. I feel like when people hear lip filler, they think of those crazy duck lips, those overfilled duck lip results. But lip filler can actually be done very naturally. And this is coming from a literal registered nurse. And I already have my basics in the filler and Botox course, and I'm going to be advancing my career, so you can trust me. I know a lot more about injectables than you might think. This is what I looked like before I ever got lip filler. I'm never going to call myself ugly. I don't believe in that. I was beautiful. I am beautiful, but my face does look different and the harmony and balance of my face is different. My lips were very small, which was disproportionate to my face, especially my forehead area. All I wanted was to balance out my ratio. The biggest reason why I think my lip filler looks natural is because I developed it slowly and gradually. I didn't go from having tiny lips to getting multiple syringes in one session. Over about 2 years, I gradually built my lips and I would get about 0.5 per session. At this point, I probably have about 2.5 milliliters, which is 2 syringes and a half. The next treatment I want to talk about is Botox. Honestly, I do believe in baby Botox. I know some people think it's like a trend or a frenzy. It's gonna make you look frozen, but it actually depends on how much you place and where you put it. I am extremely expressive and you can't really see it now because I do have some Botox in, but my forehead is constantly moving, especially when I'm working, and it gives me migraines. So for me, getting a little bit of Botox not only gives me a cosmetic enhancement, but also a therapeutic because I'm not getting those sensitive tension migraines. I've also tried the lip flip trend, which I personally don't think it's worth it for me because I found it very uncomfortable to eat and talk, which is when you put a little Botox here and it kind of flips your lip up. I also have chronic migraines, so my insurance does cover a therapeutic migraine treatment, which is about 100 units of Botox placed in your traps, your neck, your masseters, your scalp. I actually don't do this all the time because as I've matured, my migraines have subsided, but every once in a while I will go in for a touch-up because you have a lot of tension that you carry in your muscles, and Botox literally relaxes your muscles. The next treatment I want to talk about is laser hair removal. I just started laser hair removal literally a month ago, and oh my god, it has changed my life. The place I go to uses the Candela Pro Max. I'm telling you this because when I was looking at laser hair removals, I actually didn't realize that it's actually important to know what kind of laser you're using. There are quite a few out there and different ones give you different results, especially depending on your skin tone and your hair color. I've only had one session so far, which was 1 month ago. My hair has not grown back. And when I was growing up, laser hair removal seemed like this really luxury treatment, but now I find it's a little bit more accessible depending on where you live. Like in my area, there are millions of places that offer laser hair removal. Since they're competing with each other, they lowered their prices. For my entire body to be hairless, it's about $250, and I go in every 8 weeks or so, and you only need about 8 sessions. It has made me feel so much more feminine because when I'm showering and I'm doing my everything care routine on Sundays and my feminine hygiene routines, I don't even think about shaving anymore. I'm not getting those prickly cactus legs. It really is just on your preferences, but for me, having smooth legs, smooth underarms makes me feel so good. Our last category in our beauty maxing is wellness and health. And like I said, I'm a nurse. I'm not going to shy away from these taboo, important health topics that need to be talked about, especially if your family is not telling you them, your school is not telling you them. I'm gonna tell you. I know some of these things aren't the most aesthetic things to talk about, but beauty maxing is not just about smelling good. It's about taking care of your body long term. And I feel like women especially, we're kind of taught to be embarrassed about these things. Embarrassed about getting a yeast infection, embarrassed about getting UTIs. But without talking about them, how are we gonna treat them? One thing that's so overlooked is your fiber intake. Fiber is literally the basis of digestion. Without fiber, you will not have regular bowel movements. It will dysregulate your blood sugar, dysregulate your gut health. You'll feel bloated and constipated. It's such an easy thing that I literally tell all my friends to do, but none of them listen to me. So I hope that this helps at least one of you, is to take Metamucil daily. Like, I'm gonna be honest here, guys, what are you eating every day? Because if you're like me, I'm eating a lot of bread, a lot of bagels. I'm eating a lot of things that I don't make fully nutritious meals because I am a busy girl. You're not getting any fiber. 1 glass of Metamucil, it's literally just sugar-free orange juice at night, and you will have a regular bowel regimen. But this is literally not just about looking slimmer and less bloated. Fiber is important for you long term. A high fiber diet is linked to better colon health, and colon cancer is on the rise, especially in young people, so we should be doing our part to prevent it in ourselves. Another thing that women get is UTIs and yeast infections. Let's be honest here. I've had both. They're awful. They're literally awful. I end up crying for like a week at a time. I like taking cranberry supplements. Cranberry helps support your urinary tract health. But if you have symptoms of UTI, you got burning, you have to pee every single second, you're having pain that's radiating up your back, go get antibiotics. Do not delay. I need to tell you guys a story because I was in Dominican with my boyfriend and I got a UTI. But I still had 5 days left of this trip and I literally went to go get antibiotics. They said go take Tylenol. Guys, I'm surprised I didn't get a kidney infection because by the end of the trip, I was peeing out blood clots. How I didn't get a kidney infection, I don't know, but do not believe me. It is one of the most excruciating pains I could not even explain to you, and I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Probiotics support your gut health and your feminine area, the inside. They don't magically prevent a yeast infection. You need to make sure you're using unscented products down there and being clean. But it's really important to keep a healthy microbiome. And hydration is huge. It's huge for UTI prevention, for your fiber. It's huge for everything. Because you can use every single product in the world, but if your gut health is off, you're dehydrated, you're not sleeping, you're not walking, you're not moving, you are not going to feel like your best self. Okay, Mesties, that is my full beauty maxing routine. We have the basics, the at-home treatments, the beauty treatments, the routine. But I really want to remind you guys that you do not need to change everything about yourself to feel good and confident. And I'm going to be honest, I like beauty. I have a passion for beauty. That's why I want to go into cosmetic nursing. That's why I have a beauty TikTok. It is just something that I love and I gravitate towards. I'm not going to gatekeep these tips because these are things that I wish I knew in high school, but I'm now 22 years old. If you like this video, definitely subscribe, besties. Follow my Instagram and TikTok. We are growing. We're almost at 80K on Instagram. I make a lot of like those aesthetic daily routine videos there. So if you like those kinds of videos, I definitely think you should follow. And comment what beauty maxing tip you want to see next. I'm thinking about doing scent maxing. I know the term is so funny. Like, I don't know, guys, but I love you. Mwah.